Alright, so this is how we're going to start recording the space as far as the dimensions go. We need a tape measure. I forgot that in the other room. And I'm going to start with this wall over here. So I'm going to start in the corner. And I'm going to measure to the inside edge of the window. And that says 2 feet 7 inches. Then I take my floor plan. And that room, this room here, that's the corner that I measured from. So I'm going to put a 0 here, because that's where our 0 mark is. And then I'm going to put a line at the edge of the inside edge of the window. And we said that that was 2 feet 7 inches. So I'm writing that out like this because on a set of plans when we're doing field measuring, it can get really cluttered and really confusing. So instead of putting the usual symbols, what I would normally write on a set of plans for an architectural set of plans is 2 feet, and then we might use a dash and 7 inches. Well, that takes up a lot more room. So we just write it like this. So then I'm going to go on to the next one, but I'm still going to measure from this corner, because this is our 0, and measure the other edge of the window. And I've got 5 feet 3.5 inches. So I'm going to go back to my 0 mark. 5 feet 3.5 inches is here. That's the other side of the window. So we do 5 feet 3 1/2. So see, I'm using decimals to delineate feet, inches, and then 1/2 is how I would read that, or 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches would be how we would read that. So that's 5 feet 3.5 inches. Now I'd normally write that like this. But we're writing it like this when we field measure because it's a lot easier for us to read. So the last measurement is going to be to the other side of the room. And it certainly helps to have someone that can help you out. If you have the access to the floor, that's great, because then you can use the floor to level the tape measure. But I'm just getting approximates here. So I've got 10'3". So the last measurement I'm going to put here is 10.3, and I've measured that full wall. I know where all of the features are located. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in this wall now, and show you what that looks like. So just I'll show the finished product, but just to give you an idea, we're going to do the same thing. We have to define what's going to be our 0 wall. So I'm going to make that exterior wall the 0 wall, and I'm going to measure this window from that wall and put in those numbers all the way to this wall.